to this computer.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Council of Reeds, coming to you via several signals emitted from the Earth, bouncing off a satellite or two, and then entering your smartphone or whatever it is you use to watch this amazing, beautiful show. I'm Dylan, joined by Jason.
Yo, yo.
Nitin. Introduce yourself, Nitin. Yes, okay, thank you. Fomi.
I think you love it. Hey, hey.
And the amazing, incredible Dave.
Cheers.
Cheers, Dave.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so featured comics this week. We've got New Moon Knight issue 1. And Amelia Clark tries writing a comic book. Mother of Madness.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. Tried keyword there. Okay. We've also got a new He-Man cartoon to talk about. Masters of the Universe Revelation. That was real good. And lastly, Nitin's film flashback, Double Dragon. That was certainly something.
It's certainly a movie.
Yes.
Welcome.
I've seen worse.
Oh yeah.
I definitely seen worse.
There's no gratitude here.
Okay. Before we get into the new comics, Jason and I are going to give everybody an update as to what's been happening at the comic shop. We've been very busy, right?
Oh, mailing things like a madman. I'm the post office's favorite person. They love
It's
me down
ridiculous.
there. I have to push a trolley down every day now.
How's that different from normal?
Usually I just make Dylan carry them.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I usually just skateboard down there.
Yes.
But yeah, there's just way too much stuff.
Might be time to buy a longboard now. I
Oh,
could see that. Yeah, longboard, you put like a little container at the front and just, even one of those are like electrically
motorized
powered.
ones.
Yeah.
Motorized
yeah.
ones. So you always
That's right.
seen stack it on the Piedmont Walkway.
Oh yeah. Come on, Jason. $500.
I'm not giving you nothing.
You
Yes,
work
for
for
work.
your board.
No. You buy it yourself and you claim on tax. No, but it's been good. Mail orders, sorting some back issues, finding some gems. Like the first appearance of Silk. Bit of glare there, but you get the picture. Amazing Spider-Man issue 4. Hot. Good find. Super rare finds like the complete Adam Legend of Blue Marvel. Super rare book.
Yeah.
Low print run. Get it if you like that sort of stuff. Some classic X-Men. They went real
Heaps of that,
fast.
right?
Hey?
Heaps of that, right?
Yeah, they were. Oh man, gone. Most of them are gone. That's about all I got left. But heaps of X-Men have been added to the back issues. Heaps of Spidey. The last couple of days are added. So we're moving down the Marvel side. Everything's getting sorted and straightened up, and a few things making their way to the dollar bin when we're back open up. So there'll be some new Marvel stuff in there. Maybe new, but some Marvel stuff in the dollar bin for all you bargain hunters out there. Sorting the statues out, giving them a nice spreading out the display. Some shelves are a bit packed, some were a bit empty. Sorting them.
Restocking some stuff.
Yeah.
we hadn't
Found a
had
few.
out.
Yeah, found a few we hadn't had out for a while. Some Batman black and whites, and a few bits and pieces. So yeah, busy.
Alrighty. Is it time for comics?
Yes.
Okay. You want to start off with Moon Knight?
Moon Knight, indeed. Alrighty, Moon Knight. New series by Jed McKay and Capuchico. Very good. I really liked it. Fomi, why don't you have a look?
We're gonna have a look. Thanks, man. Ooh. Really like this art.
Sorcery.
Yes.
Really like this art. Dave, do you want to have a look at this?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
give it here. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thanks. So I read this. It was pretty good.
Yes.
Establishes everything. You find out that they did excessively say, what was the line? Now I forgot it, even though they.
Is it something to do with a mission?
Yeah, something about a mission and like looking after travelers in the night.
Oh yeah.
They couldn't pound that home enough, but you get the gist of
That's
it.
Moon Knight. It's his deal.
But that's Moon Knight.
It is. It is. But yeah,
My
it'll be
favorite
good
bit
to
was
see
don't
where
cut
it
off
goes.
my face.
That was great.
It'll be good to see where it goes, and yeah, because you find out that the god has like multiple fists. But yeah, anyway.
Spoilers, bro.
Dylan, for you. Take it.
Thank you, Dave.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been a
You're
massive
just
Moon
jealous
Knight
you're
fan
not involved, Nitin.
Yes, I've been a massive Moon Knight fan for was it probably since the Innes, Lemire. Who was before Innes? Remember
He was the first one that had done anything for a few years. But the series before that was the Bendis one. Did you ever read that?
Yes, the Bendis one I did enjoy as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Bendis and Believe, that was excellent. And so I just can't get enough of this character. It's such a cool concept. I love the moon god, the Khonshu, the whole Egyptian, and also especially throughout that Ellis run and also a bit of the Lemire run, the real looking into the split personalities and putting him in a mental hospital, but then the mental hospital is corrupt and they're trying to all kill him. And at the same time, he's going through different time spaces where everything just becomes Egypt and everything's sand. And then he's in a diner, and it's just so amazing. And yeah, the art of this is really good. I do really prefer the white suit, but I ended up with the remitter cover, and it shows quite a bit of the new suit, and it's actually growing on me. And yeah, the art inside, what really stood out was the way he draws when he's flying through the air. The arc of the cape just looks sensational.
It does really speed lines.
Yes.
You know?
And also, as what we do like to speak about, rain on the cover, beautiful rain.
Yes.
And on this, we had two options. We had some McNiven rain, and we had John Romita Jr. rain on this one. There you go. So Romita,
McNiven's so good.
and the McNiven rain on that one's a ripper. But I had to go the John Romita Jr. because now he's back to the promised land. But yeah, and Jen McKay, I really like some stuff Jen McKay's done recently. So yeah, really keen to see where this goes, and yeah, very, very keen.
Yeah,
I personally prefer the Moon Knight stories, like some of the more recent ones where Khonshu isn't really kind of like it's up in the air whether he's actually real or not. Because of the Avengers stuff of Jason Aaron, they've actually been fighting Khonshu when he's locked up in Asgard or something. Because of that, it's kind of concrete, real, Khonshu exists.
It's not just part of Mark's mental issues.
Yeah, exactly. It was in the stuff that I've read, it's open, and lots of people are like Khonshu. I never heard of Khonshu.
It could still be that way though. Like he could just think, because he died like next to his statue or whatever.
But Khonshu appeared in Avengers and he fought the Avengers.
Yeah, but there's no was there association between like Moon Knight and him?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, there was. It was a good arc, but it wasn't a kind of. If you're a Moon Knight fan, you'll be a little bit disappointed with it. The way they like, it's going to be interesting down the track with having him in an Asgardian prison and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the way that they used to portray it, where it wasn't all in his head, was it just something that he believed? But now they've really hit it hard, and they even talk about it a little bit in this, where his deaths and different things like that, and questioning that as well. Like, can he be killed? So, I did like the thought of it. Is it all in his head before? But I don't know. You got to progress a character on, and it's comic books. They can rewrite it again pretty soon.
Well, because in this, what I really liked is the progression of him. Cool, he's still crazy, Mark, with his personality. But Mr. Knight has a church now.
He's a priest.
He's a reverend. Love it.
It's so good. And like the Soprano scenes with the therapist, they were great. There's a lot of potential. Didn't blow me socks off, but a nice setup. The end, you're like, oh, okay. It's potential new antagonists.
Yes.
Very good issue. So I really like, like it was always Mark Spector, Steve Grant. What's the other one? I can't remember the other identity. Now that Mr. Knight is just the fourth one, I really like that it's just different.
So cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring on more.
Well, sold great. I think we are out of regular covers actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it's
nice.
blown every second phone call the last couple of days. Like, oh, cool, can I grab a Moon Knight as well?
It's good, and it's really good that that's the case. I think the fact that there's a TV series coming out soon may have helped that a little bit, unfortunately as well. But I don't care if it's got more people actually reading a Moon Knight book. Then that's great.
For sure. I can't wait till they start putting out some trades of the recent stuff.
Yes.
Get a complete Ellis collection, give me a complete Lemire collection, so I can just pump it, man, because it's good stuff.
It's really good art in there too, especially that Lemire, the one I can't remember who did the art off the top of my head, but I'll double check that. Sorry, Dylan. Continue, please.
I'm trying to check the artist.
The werewolf one, Stokey. Didn't he do the werewolf one, the Stokey guy? I think he did some of that.
Stocko?
Yeah. Yes. I think he did some of the issues. I can't remember who the main guy was though. Yeah, totally forget.
Moon Knight. He did Moon Knight too.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I like that.
Yeah, he did like a werewolf arc, I think, or werewolf issues.
That sounds like it'd be good.
Yeah.
Art
was
wise.
good. Yeah, it was. I could be wrong. I might be imagining things.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'm just checking my CLZ now.
Oh, cool.
Well, while Fommy does that,
Don't let me stop you, though. Please continue.
let's move on to Mum, Mother of Madness, co-written by Emilia Clarke. Yes, the naked lady from Game of Thrones. I don't know what else she's done.
She was in Terminator.
Solo.
Yeah.
Oh, she was in Terminator too, yeah.
And Solo, that terrible movie.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen.
She was okay in Solo.
Oh yeah.
This was okay. Look, it was. There's some interesting elements that I dug. I'm clearly not the key demo as a 40-year-old white dude. You know, it's very female empowerment type of book, and I'm not knocking that. I think that's good. Like, I'm okay for that. So she's a girl that her power set's interesting. So she's got different powers for different emotions, I guess. When she gets really anxious, she gets super hearing. When she gets angry, she gets strength. When she's sad, she's got a healing factor. There's some cool stuff there. I just thought it was a little over the top on some of the stuff. And my main thing was, I'm reading it, and it starts off straight away. It tells you it's in 2049, I do believe 2049. Yeah. And like within a couple of pages, I'm like, someone in the background's like, she's at a women in business meeting, and people in the background talking while she's talking to the reader. And like, someone's like, oh, can I get a hashtag me too? And I'm like, wait, what year is this? And the whole book is written and drawn like it's today, but it's set 30 years from now. I didn't understand the point of that. Like, she's got a phone that looks exactly the same. There's no tech that's different.
There's one thing, and it's like a futuristic wheelchair, but that could also just be comic book stuff, right? Like yes. Professor X, he's got a crazy wheelchair.
It wasn't super futuristic either, really.
No.
Like, it's just fancy looking. I was odd. I was like, what? We have, and like, nothing seems to progress tech-wise. And like, at first I'm like, oh, okay, Jason, like, it's only 30 years or whatever. I'm like, nah, man. 1990 to now is pretty different. And like, the phone's normal, her laptop's normal, the dude's an Uber driver, 00.
They're talking about Tinder as well.
Yeah.
Everyone's got Tinder.
And like the treatment of females by like at the workplace would not fly today. So unless we're regressing as a society. Like, he tells her no blazers is good for morale if I can guess your cup size. And I'm like, wait, what? I was like,
it's pretty,
See, that for me, it's just gone back like 20 years, like.
But it's forward.
But it's forward, it's a bit weird. Because when I read the book, I was like, no one speaks like this, like, it's a bit weird. It is a bit hard, like, storytelling with so
jumps
many
around a lot.
elements in it. Yeah, like, from the first scene, it just doesn't revisit it. And you will go back to it later on, but I think it could have been done a little bit better. Yeah,
it's very non-linear.
Yeah.
And there's some good parts. There's some interesting bits that I liked.
Oh, there's great parts, but like stuff that...
Just
like,
tone it down a couple of notches.
Not only
And,
that, but
you know?
it can be spread out. Like, it doesn't have to be all like compressed into here because there's too many elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Because like I really liked her origin, sort of, so to speak, of where the powers come from, why she's got these powers. You know, parents were scientists, sort of stuff, and there's some interesting stuff there. But yeah, could have been handled maybe a touch better. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, it could have probably just used the proper like direction that a conventional comic will go, I guess. Because you could tie that, you could tie all the elements and themes into like a proper like storytelling board.
Yes.
Whereas this, I don't know, like all the ideas are there, but it just hasn't been executed perfectly.
I agree.
You know?
Because I don't mind the art. It's got a cartooniness to it. And some of the page panel layouts are definitely not conventional. And some of that was done well. And yeah, she talks to the reader a lot in conversation even, which is a little weird. It's got potential, but just calm down a bit, love. Now, I know that makes me sound like a terrible dude. But, man, come on. So yes, they were the main two books.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's got a cool cover.
I like the cover, I do.
They're definitely, some people will just outright hate it, maybe because of some issues they may have, I think. And I definitely wouldn't say I hated it. It could have been better. But yes, I'll check out issue 2, see what happens.
Yeah, jumbled. I agree. Like that was probably my main problem with it. It was just
no flow.
Yeah. Like when you jump around and you go non-linear, you have to have kind of like a reason, and it didn't feel necessary. Yeah,
And
was really cool.
And they're all in the past, and none of them feel. They're all in the future, and none of them feel like it.
No.
Oh yeah, because it goes back to when she's 16, which is like, that's still a few years from now or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't understand. That's my biggest takeaway. I was like, what was with the future setting? I'll never understand. Maybe issue 2, I will get it. You'll see why. But after issue 1, I'm like, why? Weird.
Yeah, it would have been better if it like was shifted back 30 years, you know?
Yes.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Like a couple lines about like the price of water going up, so there's a bit of like something going
Everyone's
on.
got 3 jobs and all that sort of stuff, but I'm like, that's just America for some people.
It's just day to day now. Just to come back to Moon Knight for a minute. So when the Jeff Lemire series started, it was Greg Smallwood that did the first arc. When he was escaping the mental hospital, and then the tunnels became Egypt and everything. But then the next arc was then the werewolf one, and that was that Francesco Francavilla.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Francavilla, yep. And then after that, it just really mixed up. It just changed. Yeah, Smallwood came back for a little bit. And then, you got a bunch of different people throughout, which actually kept it pretty cool, mixing it up quite a bit. Some Jason Burrows, and then there was also some Paul Davidson. And then later on, there was some really crazy stuff where there was that character that was just completely enveloping other people. There was some crazy out there. So, really keen when they do release that as a hardcover to get a good Lemire series and a good Ellis series as well.
For sure.
Just making sure everyone else's video is still continuing, because mine's been frozen for about 3-4 minutes. So I hope your main one is going to continue. And
seems to be.
I can see you move, so it's okay.
Oh, I can see me move, but you guys haven't. Dave's still reading. Mum. Nitin just looks disgusted at everything, but that's just normal. Jay's about to say something, and Dylan. Actually, I'm going to take a photo of Dylan because it's the most confused Asian look I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, sweet! And those are pretty common with me too.
It's because he's getting ready. He's getting ready. He's planning his attack on us. Because he's a villain. Look at him.
My moustache is long enough.
Black.
It's a work in progress with the villain moustache.
You read anything else, Dylan? What did you read this week?
Yes, handful of other things. Not much to say about them because they are just really solid series that are just continuing to be very solid. So Justice League Last Ride, Chip Zdarsky, he just gets all the characters. He's writing them really well. And yeah, man, like what
'Cause
else?
I loved the first issue of that, and I was like, you know what? I think I might just trade that up.
Oh yeah. Nah, that's been great. Geiger has been amazing. You can't miss Geiger.
Yeah.
It's been exceptional.
Yeah.
And
Best Jeff Johns for a long time.
Crime Syndicate from DC, that's been getting stronger and stronger with every issue. And I think that's just one issue left for Crime Syndicate. And I think that's basically all the single issues. I managed to get this old book. I think Jason has one of these. Marvel Vault.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, you guys seen this before?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I could see it.
It's so good, man. So good. Been reading that. Got lots of like reproductions of old sketches and like postcards and that kind of stuff that Marvel employees used to send to each other.
Yeah.
Really interesting read.
I mean, it was the best of those vaults. It was the first one I'd bought, and then I think I ordered the next one. Spider-Man was still okay, and then after that, they changed the format from the binder sort of style, folder sort of thing.
Avengers one was just sad.
Yeah, compared, right?
So sad.
Oh, can I be a pain? I just got video back. Can you show me that book again, the Marvel Vault?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice.
I'll see if I can show you a picture of the back with all the stuff in it.
Wow.
So you've got like some Submariner sketches that have been
Nice.
reproduced from the 40s. Really cool if you can get your hands
I
on it.
love all that extra stuff. I bought the special edition of the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 1 and 2. They never did a Phase 3, which was really disappointing.
Oh.
So Phase 1 was the it was actually the suitcase that the Tesseract was in, and it came with a light-up Tesseract and everything like that.
Oh,
and
wow.
then inside it was all the DVDs and Blu-rays, and then all the case files. And they just went so deep. Like you've got a ticket to the Stark Expo. You've got the original Iron Man, the sketches he made in the cave, all that come together.
Oh,
It's
wow.
ridiculous. And then the next one was was the Power Stone from Guardians of the Galaxy.
They didn't do a third?
They never did a third.
Hey.
And
That's
so
crazy.
weird. It was so crazy. But yeah,
What would
the
you
amount
do
of
it
stuff
on,
that
though?
came with it.
Like the first one was Tesseract, second one was the gem inside the container, right?
Yeah.
What would the third one?
Wouldn't it just be a mini sort of gauntlet?
Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't do a full size.
No, but you could do so what they did was it was the orb with the stand, and all the Blu-rays were in the stand. Just do the same thing for the gauntlet.
Yeah,
a little gauntlet. And that was really, really cool. And that they do that stuff really well. That all that extra stuff that should just be usually crap and throwaway stuff. But the extra, I think it was a napkin in Iron Man 2 that he writes on. That you got that version of the napkin. It was actual napkin paper and everything.
That's awesome.
Sorry, Dave. Did you have a paint tin you wanted to show us there?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I was watching paint dry, and it's been so long that I could just peel it off the thing now.
How many days have you been working on that joke, man?
I was
That is
waiting
sensational.
so long.
That's so good.
What an exciting life you lead.
Yes. This week I also checked out the next part of the Extreme Carnage page. That's not bad. It's been good. You read any of that yet, Films?
No.
The next batch, I'd say.
Yeah, actually, I could probably just read that now because it's not really tying into anything, and I caught up on King of Black, so I
It's
could
been
probably
good.
just give that.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Little wow. Last issue, like, okay. And then this issue, double okay. Sad maybe. And I also read Gamma Flight this week. That's also been great too. Immortal Hulk's one of the best books going around, so spin-off out of that, always good. But I think that's about all. And I've been smashing catch up on Spidey. I was about 30 issues behind. Nah. Oh, wait. Good 20 issues at least. 30 issues because all the one-shots and the extra issues.
Yeah,
So,
the last remains.
Yeah, I'm about five or six away from current, so I might smash it tonight maybe if I feel like it. I've been liking it, actually. The Kindred stuff, man. Still, but it's the little stuff, like all the supporting characters, all their little subplots is excellent. Jonah, Nora,
Robinson.
Yes. All that stuff's been excellent. It's what Spencer, I think, has done the best there. He's only got his little, maybe 10 people in his cast. They're all got something going. That's about it. What about you, Dave? You read anything? Or just watch
nothing.
paint?
I've read those two, the Moon Knight and Mum. So
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good effort.
but yeah, that's like 200% more than I do usually.
Yeah.
And you read them this morning, didn't you?
Oh, today.
That's why. Is that why you need another 5 minutes at the finish?
Oh no, I finished. Just had to set everything up. Yeah.
What about you, Nitin? You been doing any reading this week?
Yeah. I read.
Because you bought a ton of books yesterday.
Stuff I bought. Yeah, I read the 3 Skybound X's.
How's that?
Skybound X. Can you?
Yeah.
Hear? No, that's good. I like the Walking Dead story that's going on. It's
Yeah.
That's just batshit insane, isn't it?
It is. It's like the last issue had Negan come in and he was just insane. Like he has,
Have a look at that.
Wow.
He has 2 parts of a bat. It's called Lou and Seal, and he joins them up together, and it's ridiculous over the top.
It becomes like a lightsaber baseball bat.
It's so good. I love that the Walking Dead part of that.
Cool.
All the other stuff is cool, like the Ultra Mega. There was an Ultra Mega story and a Murder Falcon story, and a whole bunch of other stuff which I haven't read, but they're all good. I read Geiger, the new issue of Geiger.
Oh yeah, issue 4.
I love where that's going. Yeah, issue 4.
Yeah, man, that was awesome.
Yeah, it's really good book. Really good.
I read the new Noctera, the new issue of Noctera.
Oh yeah. How's that? Is it still good?
It's getting better. It's getting there. It's going good. I'm digging it now because I think I've dropped off after maybe 3.
Yeah.
Or 2 or something. I don't know. Something. One of the issues I got like bored with it, and the next issue just hooked me back
Picked
in.
up. Yep.
I read the Green Arrow 80th that came out a few weeks ago.
That was solid.
That was really good.
It was the best of those 80th anniversaries because it gave you the full.
Yeah.
It went chronological.
Yeah.
Gave you everything out of Green Arrow you wanted.
Nice art styles for the period.
Yeah.
It was great. What else did I read? I don't know. I can't remember what else I read. I read the Wonder Girl that came out a while ago. That was good.
Yep.
It's the art in that. It's fantastic.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
It matches as well.
But I read it now.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Seems slow about that book, but I guess she's always been slow.
All the art's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be the same when she doesn't draw it anymore.
Yeah.
Going on for me.
No. I read some other stuff, but I can't remember them.
Yep. All right. What about you, Foms? How's the catching up going?
Yeah, good. So April 21 now.
Whoa.
So yeah, I'm really digging Spidey, and it's funny that you said that because that's exactly, I was just reading, I think it was 60, let's have a look here, I've got the box right here. Yeah, 63, 64.
Yeah.
Really digging the side characters, the whole Hammerhead Robertson story, the whole what Crime Master's trying to it's just everything that they're doing back of house. Everything with Fisk at the moment is excellent as well. Where all that's going to lead, the end of that book with a certain person with extra arms coming back around. That's all heading towards Sinister War, which is cool. Actually was getting a bit sick of Spidey, but it's really picked up recently. So
I think because he's coming to obviously the end game.
Coming to a bit of an end,
Yeah, so he's tying up some stuff. But the supporting cast is excellent.
Read a couple of issues of Ultra Mega, sensational book. When you realise what the hell's going on, such a good book. The art is amazing.
At like issue 3 because it just got so weird.
I think the thing with it is you just need to keep don't give gaps. I probably not regretting, but should just hit it all in one 4 issues straight through. Because there are so many other intricacies. I read issue 1 a while back, and I just read issue 2 and 3 together, and I felt that was a lot better reading them back to back. And then we started doing this. So after this, I'll probably read issue 4. So that's been really, really good. Book of the week, though, is definitely Hulk 45. I've never stopped so many times, just went, oh, that's awesome. Oh, shit, I can't believe they just did that. Oh, they did that. And like the UFOs have come in and just annihilated Hulk. You're gonna see Betty just kind of come back in the next issue. And there's so much other stuff. Like you can't really get into it because you're 45 issues in, but like the return of Doc Samson is all I'm gonna say. And bring that the hell on. Yeah. Like holy hell. So yeah, it's really obviously there's only 5 issues left and it's really coming to an end. But this book is just amazing. And actually, there's something I did want to show because it's
gonna be sad seeing go, but I'm glad
Bennett does not get enough credit as an artist.
Oh no.
Whatever the hell is going on there is just sensational.
Yes.
It was when they were trying to get through the green door. But these monsters, like, I don't know what he's doing in his spare time.
Yes.
But I think I want to hang out with Joe Bennett. Holy hell. Yeah. And the way that finished, hence why I'm wearing this shirt. It's just such a good book. I cannot talk. I'm definitely, as soon as that hardcover Omni whatever comes out, it's getting bought and read because even if they do, what I'm hoping is they'll do the how they used to do the covers books, because these Alex Ross covers have been phenomenal.
Poster book.
Yes.
Poster book. Oh, poster book.
Yeah. There's a poster book coming.
Nice.
Well, is it out maybe? Might have come out already.
I think we might have sold out.
Yeah.
Of course you have. Yeah. So I've got 3 books left of April, and then I'm into May, and we start Heroes Reborn. So I should
excellent.
Yeah, I'll smash a lot of that this week because I can't bloody go anywhere because stupid people in Sydney keep going out when they're sick or not going out when they're sick, and let's not even get into that. But so it gives me time to read some books.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep catching up.
All right, was that all the reading that got done?
I think that's about it.
Okay, what is next? We have a gigantic collection of PVC statues at the shop now.
Oh, yes, we do.
Yes, the latest editions, new Transformers.
Yes.
So was it Grimlock? Oh, okay.
Grimlock is so good.
Grimlock.
That's amazing. Grimlock Bumblebee that you preemptively showed before I ruined it for you.
He's cool too. And I love they got it's scaled.
yeah, that's perfect.
They're not just a giant Bumblebee. If they were all the same size, I would understand sort of, but it would just not look right.
No. And lastly, Starscream, right?
Yes.
Nice.
The greatest.
And they all come with their either obviously Decepticon or Autobot face. They join Optimus, Soundwave, and Megatron that were previously released.
They sort of remind me of the when the die-cast statues first came out.
Yeah. Oh, the hard hero proper statues.
Yeah, sort of. But I think they had full-size ones, didn't they? Not just the bust.
Yeah, they did a couple. Of statues. I did Optimus and Meg. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Regret not buying them. Yeah. I'd like these, but where am I going to put them? It's like the turtle ones. Man, I keep looking at that turtle shelf and I want them all, but there's 8 of them. I haven't got a whole spare shelf. No chance. Well, I got some ideas. I've got to get around to pulling my finger out and see if I can make that work.
With the Transformers, you've got the actual toys that can actually transform. It's not the fact that you will never transform.
Yeah, Transformers. I'm happy with just my transformable, non-transforming Transformers.
You just gave me a migraine.
Old school cartoon style.
What was that?
Can we try that one again, Nitin? Can you hear a word of that, dude?
I said. Sorry. Yeah. Those
you're
turtles
fine now.
look great. I'm just saying turtles look great.
Yes.
Cartoon style. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we don't know.
No,
we're going to ask you the same question.
You just sound like it's been a hard day and you've just woken up. That's pretty much how it sounded, dude, unfortunately. Dylan enjoyed it.
You're fine now.
But that was about the only merch we got this week.
That's all it was.
It's just Transformers. That was about it merch-wise this week.
Oh, cool. We did get some new merch announcements from McFarlane. Namely, I think they're doing some action figures for like a Disney mobile game or something.
Yeah.
So they're producing some Disney action figures.
Yeah, that's a very interesting, right?
Yes, there's a Buzz Lightyear that looks really cool, and I want to buy it.
It does, but does it talk? I want it to talk.
No, because it'll cost like $1 million.
And I want to have a Spanish mode as well. That'll be better.
Costs like $100.
And they never sound good. Yeah, the speakers are always crap. It's just...
Oh, but it's accurate to the source material.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But yeah, I'm like, ooh, if they're doing Disney stuff, does that mean I might get to see a McFarlane Spider-Man or something? You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That was my first thought. If he's working with the mouse.
Yeah, it's a bit of a grey area, right? Because it's a licensed game still.
Yes.
But yeah, still, it's a Disney something.
They'll find a way to get around it if they can make some more figures.
Yes.
Yes.
I guess Hasbro might be the biggest stumbling block. Yeah, since Marvel Legends is such a big success for them. Like, bow. Netflix shut them down.
Yeah,
what else figures you see this week? There's a few things.
Superboy Prime?
Yeah, the what, sorry?
Superboy Prime?
Yes.
That looks incredible.
Yes, also McFarlane for the multiverse line. Yes. Yeah. No, that's good. I've seen plenty of some NECA reveals over the last couple of days.
Oh yeah, what they got?
Turtles, movie Unmasked, Casey Jones. That looked pretty cool. Exclusive, I guess it might have been San Diego because that's why you get stuff at the moment. I don't know if it's exclusive to there or just exclusive to the store. I didn't look into it because I didn't want to. The new Channel 6 News Team box set. So April. Vern, like the, But I'm like, you've already got thingies one on.
Yeah, the 2-packs, didn't they?
You got like April was in a 2-pack, obviously, and Vernon's in a 2-pack. But if I can't get, if I have to buy them again to get the other two, I'm not going to be happy. But we'll see. More shots of the Thing figure that looks great coming soon. 2-pack of Mike Myers and Dr. Loomis, that looks pretty good. Yeah, a few bits and pieces.
Well, that movie.
Yes. The meme movie.
Oh yeah. You buying that, Dave? You buying that?
The fact that's how it comes in the box is sensational.
Yeah, it's great packaging. Buy it, but I want to buy it.
Oh.
Buy it. That's stupid. I find it offensive. It's just me because I'm an old man.
Gene.
Old man yells at the internet.
Yes.
Okay, next up, second trailer number 2 for Neil Blomkamp's Demonic.
Yeah, that was good.
I checked it out. A couple of us checked it out, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's really good.
I can't wait for that.
Because the first trailer was cool, but I had no idea what I was watching.
Yeah, there was no real.
This one gave you some ideas. It looks good. It looks very good actually. But his stuff's always good. But I try not to get excited till I can actually go and buy a ticket for it because every time there's obviously there's a trailer, so it's coming. But you know what I mean? I told myself a few years ago, I'm never getting excited about Blomkamp stuff again. I'm sitting in the seat because they teased me with the Alien, teased me with the RoboCop,
Halo.
Yeah,
we start on Halo again.
He's like, this would be cool, and you're like, yes, it would be very cool. And then nothing happens. Oh, yeah. Oat Studios. Where are these movies?
Well, he just joined, I think like a game studio as like a chief creative officer or something. I think it was called Gunzilla Games. So he's going to start doing some games now.
Okay. Just give me RoboCop.
Give me a movie. Yeah, I don't know.
For sure.
Yeah, the first thing he's working on is like a multiplayer game or something, but yeah, that goes.
Who plays video games now?
Not me. It's a waste of time. I just buy them.
Yeah.
You just buy them and put them on the shelf.
Keep it in a plastic
Nah,
seal.
open them. You got to check you've got the right disc in there. I don't trust these stores.
What does it matter if you're not going to put it in?
Yeah, they don't have instruction booklets anymore. That was the best.
One day I might, I don't know, play 5 minutes of it.
That's my retirement plan. Just go through the backlog of everything.
I think the last game to have an instruction manual was like Shovel Knight. And that was like on purpose because it was like 8-bit kind of game. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Are you ready, Jason? Are you ready to talk about...
I might be.
Masters...
Oh, you can't really see. The shirt's pretty faded.
Masters of the Universe Revelation. Has everyone finished it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
Oh, excellent. We can delve into this.
So spoilers for 5 episodes. If you haven't watched them yet, go and watch them, come back.
Yes.
Won't take you long, 27 minutes a hit. It's a pretty good binge. 3, 2, 1. Spoil.
Very good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Like, I was okay. I was gonna watch like the first episode only. It's like you can't leave it at that, and then just like finish the rest, you know. So, I'm fresh to it, pretty much. Like, sure, I grew up in the era, but I didn't really come around to watching it, you know. So, this question: has Skeletor ever called forth the power of grace? No.
Yeah, I was pretty sure.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that was cool. That was a good twist at the end. Like,
man, I wish we didn't know about that because the toy kind of killed it.
Yeah.
But it was still awesome.
That toy's still pretty good though.
I can't argue the toy's awesome. I'm the same as Dave. I had some toys and I watched a few cartoons here and there, but I was nowhere close to the lore like Jay is in that regard. I really enjoyed it. I will be honest, I did feel it was definitely made in 2020, and there was a couple of not cringe moments, but moments where I'm like, okay, well, I can feel that and I can see that, but not enough to annoy me and go, no, I don't want to watch this, which is good. There was a couple of questions I definitely had, and I feel a lot better after asking you about them, Jay, in regards of where the Teela story and so forth is going to go, because I did feel, oh shit, you've just killed the main character twice in the first 5 episodes, and we barely saw the guy and it's not his show, it is Masters of the Universe. They have made that very clear, as Dave found out when he searched on Netflix and searched He-Man and nothing came up, and he had to ask what platform it was on. So there is reasons around it, and after speaking to you yesterday, and you're saying well, that's not definitely the case, and there's other roads that they will go down.
That's not where I thought it was going.
I feel, and now you've said, I feel a lot more confident in regards of the rest of the story. Yep. I feel she is the weakest.
Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Sarah Michelle Gellar's voice and character, I feel, is the weakest, and it's not helped by how good the rest of the voice acting cast is.
Lena Headey.
Especially Leah Headley.
Them two together, it's just brings.
And as you said,
down.
we spoke about it yesterday, Chuck. There's the fact that they've got so many scenes together really shows the difference between the two.
It's not that Sarah Michelle Gellar's bad or anything like that. It's just it doesn't match the character.
Oh yeah, the voice is too soft.
Yes. It needs to be a bit more stoic. Like it doesn't.
It's too. It's too girly.
Like the character, it's just I like the character, but the voice does not suit it at all. As a better actor, it would have been so much better. Yeah. But the character's fine. I like the character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's fine.
It's her portrayal of it, essentially, or her voice.
Yeah, it doesn't match the image. That's all. Like nothing against Sarah Michelle Gellar. You know, like just the voice doesn't match the portrayal of the.
I totally agree. But besides that,
it's just every time she speaks, it's just out of place.
Yeah.
With everything else that's going on around it.
Totally.
She doesn't sound as tough as she looks.
Yes. 100%. And how they're portraying her. Yeah. And not even in the first bit, in the flashback where she just becomes the new man at arms, not even the pushing of whatever. But you're she's supposed to be badass, and she just sounds a bit too soft.
Yeah.
Too pretty. I say Taylor ain't pretty. Like just but the voice is just too damsel in distress, too princessy, not warrior goddess. But anyway.
But where that may lack, their other things are just so
Yes,
good. Like
yes.
the flashbacks. The flashbacks are amazing.
Yeah.
Merman is excellent. Like just that, and then coming back again.
I wanted some bubble speak.
Yeah, right. I'm confused.
Not quite like the old cartoon, but
Yeah.
it just sounds like Batman.
It's Kevin
Yeah.
Conroy being Batman.
Just give me a little. Waterman. Come on. See me.
It's just
when I
like
was a kid, I used
toys, though. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to love Orko, and I think they did Orko right throughout the first 5 eps.
Yes,
So
yes.
that was cool. I like the turn and then the turn again of Evil Id. Like it was great.
Because you knew it was going to happen.
Well. 100%, but she played it well. She was trying to do the right thing. She was also.
Hey, I think she'll turn back.
Yeah,
I think she'll turn back.
She's really pissed that she didn't do it herself in the first place. You can tell that from her, and then I'll just play my role until I have no next opportunity, essentially. And I think she kind of realized when she has her next opportunity, she may have some unlikely assists as well.
Yes.
When it does turn, so. I like that. I was a bit disappointed, only because I liked the character back in the day, that we probably won't see much more of with Mossman.
Yeah.
But that was what a way to start.
Oh man!
Holy hell!
Kill Mossman.
And it was Alan Oppenheimer.
I think your voice is gone, Joff.
Yeah. Your voice cut out, Jace?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
And I can't hear you either, Nitin, for some reason. Oh no. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Might have got excited for the microphone.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, no.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah,
We got you.
yeah.
Oh,
No. Try it again. We've got to put that technical difficulty things up again.
What about now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite bit about the Mossman bit, Skeletor picks up like the embers, smells like pine. Because the toy smelled like pine.
Oh, really?
Yes. It was one of my favorites.
Awesome.
As a kid, my two favorites were to play with were Mossman and Stinkor because they both had smells. Me and sniffing toys, what can I say? I started at a young age.
Sniffing anything.
Yeah,
Blame Mattel for starting Jason on his path of sniffing things.
What? That sounds wrong. Any chemical stuff.
Oh, chemicals, right?
What does palm oil smell like, right?
I don't know.
'Cause everything's like made of like from palm oil. Like, that's one of the main environments. But like the rubber of the controllers, like the tactile feel is like palm oil, and if you leave it for a while, it comes sticky and all that. So
Are you smelling paint fumes or what?
Hey Dave, I think you lost me quite a way back.
Are you eating paint chips again?
No.
I just saw you playing with your paint tin again.
Paint Dave. Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, one of the things I really loved about the show was how much
Let's get back on track.
toyness was in it. Like obviously the vehicles, seeing the land shark and stuff like that. Because they weren't in the cartoon; they were just toys. You know what I mean? That was great. And even the flashback at Snake Mountain where they kick him into the net. And it's got the wolf's head thing, that's just from the playset. I was losing it, man.
Oh, Beastman's arm thing that didn't come down. It was so annoying. I was hoping it was at least going to smash someone before He-Man picked it up. But anyway.
And not only the vintage,
excellent.
Not only the vintage stuff, heavily influenced, at least look-wise, on the classic figures from a few years ago. The online, one of the best action figure lines there ever was, that didn't get enough credit because not on shelves in stores. Because Vicor and all the pre-Turnier stuff, they're all basically exactly the designs of the Mattel and Classics line. Because Vicor is the one with the Viking look at the end where they're in the hunt and stuff. He's he's the first concept sketch of He-Man before in the original. When they're making the toys, it was had the Viking look and the helmet and stuff, and then they updated He-Man went through drafts and we got the He-Man we got. So when Mattel was doing Masters Classics, they just took that redesign and made him a figure and gave him a backstory and called him Vicor. And same with like the other one's Wonder, he's the old urban legend of brown-haired He-Man toy that was a Wonder Bread mail away that wasn't true, but whatever. So they just made a brown He-Man and called him Wonder.
That's awesome.
Like stuff like that. It was so classics.
Who was the woman in Britannia?
She's at first I thought she might have been Grayskull's wife, Vinny, but I think she's actually somebody else, some other V name I can't remember. Yeah, like all that stuff. I loved it. So much.
Grayskull was from like the reboot cartoon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many episodes are there?
10.
How many episodes?
Yeah, all up.
10, I think. Yeah. Just split
10 in the first series, and we don't know if they're doing more after that. But if they do, it's going to be a while because it's been a long time coming for this.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Have they announced when the second season is going to be prepared?
Second on the drop? No, not
5
yet.
episodes? Nuts.
Probably my favorite part is Triclops and the Techno Church part.
Yes, thank you. You got to this. Yeah, the church is excellent, and the fact that the goblet that they were drinking out of, was the top of the staff.
Yeah, the Havoc staff. Yeah,
excellent.
Yeah. And like the fact that he's a couple of minions are the other sort of techie villains, Trapjaw and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's so good. Like we all laughed about me. Like I'm not buying toys. Oh, maybe him and Skeletor. And then I got to buy Skeletor. I'll buy that Triclops. If they make that Triclops, I'll buy that because it's so different,
He
Like,
messaged me on the night and was like, I'm buying toys.
Yeah.
I like how they went from magic to like tech.
Yeah. So good.
It's,
That's what would happen.
Yes.
It's always had like a tech and magic thing, but you had to go this hard into it. It's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was by far my favorite bit, the Techno Cult. Loved it.
Yeah, they announced more toys recently that Dylan posted the other day.
Yeah.
They had Spike. He wasn't in the show.
He was.
But there's a Spike, maybe for a bit.
Yeah.
Like they've got a Spike, but no Triclops.
Yes. I'd say he'd be because obviously they're trying to make it sit on the fence with the line, I feel. So like this wave 2, Beastman's the big push of the new design. But the Spike don't look that big, you know what I mean? So I reckon the third series Triclops would have to be a lead figure.
Can you imagine?
I'd buy the crap out of that.
So since we're already talking about 5 episodes and we've said spoilers and so forth, there may be some other people that don't know the lore as well as other people that might. So my issue, what I was worried about, where they were going, was thinking that Teela's going to become the new He-Man essentially.
Yep.
So she's going to become the master of the universe down the track. Like the fact that I thought they killed He-Man twice, and then speaking to Jay about it yesterday, and you're essentially like, I never saw at any point He-Man Adam being dead.
I never, until I seen some stuff online about that. Like, they killed him twice in 5 episodes. I'm like, huh? I just thought Adam stabbed. I thought they purposely made it quite low in the sort of stomach area. They got magic. Like the sorcerers bringing. I just never thought he's dead there. And I didn't think Teela would become He-Man. I think Teela. All right, it's spoilers for sure. Teela's mum is the sorceress, right? So, and her destiny is always to become the new sorceress. And like in this, from the get-go, soon as things go bad, she's anti-magic, but then she's the one that has to save magic because she's going to become the one that protects magic and becomes new sorceress at the end of this, I feel. I don't see her ever. I have power. Like that you might get an episode or 2, but I don't even think that. I think it's all about making Teela where she belongs and becoming the goddess.
Because with Scareglow, she had some kind of magic power in her, and that's how she beat it.
And her dad wanted to talk about it, but Evil is like, we don't have time to do this. We talk about that another time. And then right at the start, when she's like, I wanted to come back and see you one last time, because I thought there was a bit of something else, like very 2020 thing going on there, and like, oh, here we go. But now those, not fears, but those worries have been alleviated because there's a lot more going on with the backstory than thinking just ticking boxes.
Yes, because that's why she's so central. I feel is because He-Man, like the power of Grayskull, is the more important thing than who's holding up the sword. You know what I mean? Like Grayskull's the power. It's all Grayskull.
The magic center.
Yeah. So I don't think she'll ever be He-Man, for lack of a better word.
Speaking of Grayskull, have you ever he's been seen before, right?
Yes.
Or not? Okay.
It was
In
from
the
the
reboot.
2000 cartoon. Which, if you like this or you even half like this, you haven't seen the 2002, 2003, whatever it was. Excellent series.
Watch that, man. That is so
Only
good.
2
Very good
seasons.
show.
So much. Like, I love
Okay.
He-Man, but the
I don't think I've
film
seen it.
80s, it's not a very good cartoon. I love it, but it's not a very, like, the 2000s, though, is by far the best He-Man cartoon.
Yeah.
Is that on anything?
YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Cool. I'll check
It
it
is
out.
incredible. Yeah, and they went hard into the Tila sorceress stuff in that as well. And there's little hoverboards that they used
Yeah.
at the end. That's from the reboot.
Oh, the little discs, the flying discs.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, because King Grayskull, he was alluded to in, I think, some of the mini comics and stuff. Because the other thing I've seen people complain about this is like, and like maybe they could have worded it better and not been so, hey, it's a sequel to the cartoon. I never thought it was going to be, because every Master of the Universe property or different media is its own thing. They've never like, because the Filmation cartoon contradicted the mini comics that came before it from the get-go. Like, everything's different. It's all, and it's going to take bits and pieces from everything. Just like, because the classics line, that's what the classics line purpose was. You know, they had your Filmation stuff and your mini comic stuff and your other comics and your modern cartoon, even the movie, the New Adventures, like the 90s Space Seaman. Like, they took all of it and sort of merged it and tried to make one uniform continuity to a point. And I think this is borrowing a lot of those elements and putting their own spin on some stuff at the same time. I always thought it was going to be its own thing, because it's got to be, because it always has been.
Interesting.
Yeah, like there isn't much serious storytelling in that original cartoon to kind of build on. It's very much the same as G1 Transformers. It was an ad for toys.
Yes. It was the original toy
Every
ad.
cartoon in the 80s. Yeah. Every cartoon in the 80s.
Yes.
is a toy ad.
Because they changed their laws, their regulation of the FCC over there. He-Man was the first one. That's because there used to be, I think it was Hot Wheels or some kind of car had made a cartoon in the 60s or whatever. Nah, you can't have ads for kids for toys. Like, we're not having that. And that wasn't allowed until the early 80s. Reagan deregulation of a lot of stuff. They got rid of that, and straight away Mattel, bang, He-Man. Like, He-Man was the first, and because it blew up so hard, that's why we got Transformer cartoons. Why we got G.I. Joe. Like, it was all after that because the regulations changed in America, and we got half-hour ads. Glorious. And they had to have a PSA. That's why the PSAs were there. You sort of had to. That was sort of one of the ways around.
Tick the box.
Yeah.
Of like, oh no, we're not negatively influencing.
It's not just an ad for these kids; they're learning something at the same time. I mean, Dylan talked about that night. I was
Learning while you play.
disappointed by episode 5. We didn't get a PSA. I wanted a PSA.
Might get one at the end of the season.
About Tila, stop trying to complain about people having secrets. Stop being a bitch, nosy bitch. People are allowed to have their secrets, woman. It's not all about you.
She's very butthurt about that.
Yes.
That bit annoyed me a little. Not her, but like when they go, "Oh, there's something I need to tell you." It's like, oh god, just it's not going to be told. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the secrets, what I really did love that Queen Marlena knew. That was great because that was hinted once or twice in the cartoons, the original Filmation cartoons. But like it says, it's only Men-at-Arms, Sorceress, Orko, and Battlecat that know. And then when she's like, you're like, oh man, she knows. And then when Men-at-Arms has come and tells the king, and like, oh, what do you mean? She's like, idiot. It means our son's dead. What? Just oblivious.
I'm surprised he didn't go off at like his wife a bit more. Like, you knew and you didn't tell me, and
Well, we have not seen a single bit of what's going on with them since.
I was about to say.
I was very interested.
Cringe is not there. Cringe has been gone. Orko's got kicked out as well, basically, Man at Arms. So I can't wait to see where that's going to. What's the deal there? Has he become so full, like, Bad King sort of thing? Or, there's something hidden. They haven't shown you that for a reason.
Yeah.
Something's going on down there.
He was a great character in the reboot.
Yes.
Randall.
Oh, he was great. The reboot's excellent. Like, at first, when I first seen the designs, it looked way too, it was the time, it looked way too American anime.
Yeah.
And it still was. But it sold me instantly that Adam and He-Man looked like different people. It wasn't just
the first time that happened, right?
Yeah. Now great toys too.
Well, it sells the secret better.
Yes, it does.
Like,
And you understand in the 80s, it's just cheap.
Budget?
Yeah. Like, those He-Man cartoons are the cheapest thing ever. Like, they do nothing but reuse.
Oh, the recycling is hilarious.
And, like, the toys were the same, Like, that one He-Man mold, they got about 5 or 6 figures out of it, at least.
Every male character has that mold.
Yeah.
And it was no different for the cartoon.
Yeah. It's cost cutting because it's just kids' toy ads.
I miss my
and they weren't
also,
even-
He-Man.
I also like that Faker was different in this.
Yes.
Instead of just being a blue He-Man,
Yeah.
he was a robot.
Yes. Because it makes no sense who gets fooled by that.
Oh, it's blue He-Man. It must be actual He-Man.
Like, I love Blue Faker because it's Faker, right? That's the toy and stuff. But I think me and Dylan were talking the other week. I was like, I hope he's not blue. Like, if you're gonna have Faker in this, I don't want him to be blue because it's stupid.
Wait, which one's Faker? Is that the robot?
Yes.
No.
The
Okay.
fake He-Man robot. At the
Every
beginning.
time at the start. Which is
Yes.
the one that forges his swords.
Roboto.
Roboto, man. Stole the show.
Yeah.
I want to toy that
Roboto
guy,
was
man.
excellent.
Every time I hear
I
him
used to
talk, he reminds me of Mr. Like the robot from Invincible.
Robot.
Robot.
Yeah, robot.
Because he was a big like he's original Filmation stuff. He's like from space. He's not made by Duncan Man at Arms.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think they did that in some later stuff, but the 80s cartoon, no. So yeah, that's why it's its own thing. It was always gonna be.
Yeah, big mistake for them to sell it as like direct sequel because
Yes.
it's not.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's why they're copping. I think that criticism and the fact there's a lack of He-Man and Skeletor, I think valid. Everything else is a bit. Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
The toys.
Like people are getting a bit salty because they took inspiration from Sailor Moon for the transformation. Like it just looks cool. Like what? Apart from it being from Sailor Moon, what's the problem?
Yes. Like, because in the old cartoon, it just goes and crashes.
And then bam, he's He-Man.
Like, what looks cooler?
Yes. It's magical. He-Man is very sparkly and it fits. Whatever.
But very good. Not amazing, like not mind blowing, but very solid. I'm interested for more, and I'll probably buy some toys. That's all I really wanted.
And I think that's
We'll
what they
buy
want.
some toys. I know that.
That was a change of perspective in buying toys.
Yes.
Yeah. It was always.
It's always going to be.
You know how it is with Jason. It's like
Always gonna buy
Schrodinger's
these
cat.
things.
You never know.
I got no room, so I can't
He's
buy
gonna
them all.
buy these toys.
I can't buy them all, but I have to buy them.
You know who says you can't buy them all? People who buy them all.
Nah, I can't buy them.
Is this going to rearrange statues in the shop so there'll just be one thing on the side that's just not for sale? I just can't fit him in my apartment.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Man at Arms, I just want to go back to voice cast. Voice cast was sensational.
Yes.
Man at Arms, what's his name? Cummins from Game of Thrones,
Yep.
sensational.
Liam
Cunningham, that's him.
He was
Justin
great.
Long as Roboto. It wasn't Zachary Quinto, Dave, so it was Justin Long. The guy that does the twins in Invincible was Beastman. Kevin Michael Richardson, excellent.
Yes.
Who else? We didn't get a lot. Mark Hamill just goes without saying every time. Lena Headley as well. But yeah, they just all worked. But I didn't realise that Triclops was Henry Rollins.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
was
so
it?
cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Because I had to look it
Okay,
up
that
after
one-
because I didn't know who that was.
The other one that I had to laugh at because I knew it was coming, but when I heard the voice, because I've been watching Barry and Stephen Root, Fuchs in Barry and in everything else. He was the boss in News Radio. Him as Cringer is just so weird to hear.
Yes.
Yeah, really, really cool. Really, really cool. And
I was surprised by the He-Man voice actor as well. He was,
yeah,
he was good.
Yeah, the voice, like, I think that's also what hurts the Sarah Michelle Gellar-ness is everybody is so top shelf, and it's not that she's bad, she just didn't fit the character.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all it is. It's not a against women thing. It's not against a Sarah Michelle Gellar thing. It's just that her voice doesn't match what that character is trying to portray.
Yeah,
her voice. Yeah. But anyway, and it seems that. I don't know. This seems, and I know it's a crazy thing that people are complaining about something on the internet, but there seems to be a lot of hate for it. But I think it's a lot of people that don't understand like the law and are worried that it's just going to be a Me Too show. But
for sure.
Look, it still could. But from everything we've spoken about so far, it gives me more hope that it's just going to continue on and they're building a better story and a continue. And the people that got involved in it really, I don't know. I don't feel we're going to be let down. As I said, it was nothing mind-blowing, but it was very enjoyable.
And I think a lot of the complaints too are also, like, not knocking, but it's also people that just don't understand there was stuff before the cartoon. You know what I mean? Like, the toys and the mini-comics had their own history before the cartoon exists. With their own storylines, their own characterizations. You know, like, it's not shitting on the cartoon, because the cartoon was already shitting on something else. You know?
Yeah, like Prince Adam did not exist until the cartoon, right?
Exactly. There's lots of stuff. Like the Queen was like the King and Queen were old people in the original mini comics. You know, they weren't. You know, like Adam. You know, like just heaps of stuff like that. So like, but I understand the cartoon was such a big hit, and the first thing people seen for the most part. But like, it was already not sticking to the canon. Like, I don't get it. And mainly it's just also, I think a lot of the complaints is very American. You know, checking out the local Aussie, like, Masters Facebook collectors on Facebook and stuff. Much more positive reviews than you get now.
Okay, that's good to hear.
You know, like, you get some dudes every now and then with like, I would like more He-Man and Skeletor.
Well, that's what I think it is. Most people complain it's He-Man with no He-Man. It's like, well, and look, I reckon, again, if we'd got the whole series in one hit, there'd probably be less complaints of that, but I don't know. They got people talking about it. So
from the first thing when it was announced 2 years ago, they said it was He-Man was missing until was looking for him.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, that's the story they're telling, and they were conscious of it with the flashbacks to give you a little bit of He-Man, pretty much every episode.
Yeah.
They knew that was fair. Could have done with a bit more Skeletor still, but, you know, but they're still integral to the story. It's just that was the story they're telling, that they're gone.
And we still got 2.5 hours more of it. It's not like there's one episode to go and we're all like, it's not like it's been a week to week and there's one episode to go, and it's not like this is the last week of Loki.
Yeah, indeed.
And like He-Man is the most important thing in the plot, really.
Yes.
For most of it. Like he still is.
Yes.
Skeletor is, you know, more powerful and more like threatening than he's ever been.
It's like a classic, like, WWE, like, Vince McMahon mentality. Like, you want the baby face to win, and it's like, nah, never. Like, you want to see the moment. You want to see He-Man just go ape, you know? But it's like, no, if the longer you hold him back, the more rewarding it'll be at the end, you know? So, I reckon at the very end, when you see it, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like,
and I liked that there was way more Adam than He-Man, because Adam's more interesting. Like the fact that in Preternia they're heaven, because in the Preternia generally in Masters is just the past. It's early Eternia, yeah. And then they've turned that into the heaven and made Sub-Eternia the hell, where that's just an underground part. You know, I like that different take on those two concepts. But that they all pick their hero form, so to speak. But Adam's like, no, I'm Adam. Like He-Man's not shit. Like that's the
call him Flea.
Yeah.
He's the only person that he's the only person that chooses his original his normal form.
I thought it was great because he's the person, he's the character. He-Man's the sword and the power. He does it because he's, it's the Spider-Man thing, Like Peter Parker is the character. Spider-Man does cool stuff, but who cares if he's not Pete? I think that's what they're trying to sort of do with the Heat. Adam.
Might want to tone that down for the next Spider-Man run, mate. If you want to sell some comics.
It's technically still Peter Parker.
Yes.
Well, yes,
so.
got some chromosomes.
You get a DNA test done, it'll show up the same.
I love me some Ben Reilly. As long as I don't.
Yeah, true.
Ben Masters, 2 thumbs up from Jason.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
If you liked it, you can buy the prequel comic. That's out.
No, we're sold out. We can't.
Okay then. You can't, but you can pick up somewhere else. Maybe you're getting reprints, reorders.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think that might be out. I'll do second.
I read that first issue. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
I read that first issue. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Highly recommend the 2002 reboot.
Yep.
He had, was it 80s Leonardo who voiced Adam and He-Man?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was great.
Fantastic.
Oh, and they had
one more thing I loved about this is the swords in 2.
Oh man,
Look at the toys. That was the deal with the toys. They stuck together.
Yeah.
They never did that in the cartoon, really. I love that they go back to the two parts of the swords make the power sword.
Swords look cool too. The
Yes.
2 different swords.
Yeah.
The design. They could have just done.
Yeah, good stuff.
They kind of did that with the 2002 Skeletor figure. He had a sword that would split into 2 pieces.
Yes.
But it was just Skeletor's sword. It wasn't the power sword.
Yes.
Okay.
So from the penthouse to the outhouse.
Can I do the segue?
Absolutely.
So one thing that surprised me was that He-Man had like a lot of guns, weapons, and which surprisingly that this movie Nitin's film of the week didn't have that. I was screaming like, why doesn't anyone have any guns in Double Dragon? Seriously, like, is that a world that doesn't have guns?
It's
like the first time you see it is a missile on a jet ski, and it's like, what? The most powerful guy doesn't just rock a Glock? Like,
the bullet
everything will be solved.
They lost the bullet factories in the earthquake.
But they have missiles, like just
Surplus.
It's America, like come on. They should be able to dig a hole and find a gun, basically nowadays.
They had a tank cannon that shot missiles, but they didn't have guns.
I love that that's your takeaway from that movie.
It's
It
could have been solved with just like just give me the medallion.
You
Okay.
could say that
Now,
pretty
it's
much about
also-
any martial arts movie.
been a while since I've played the game, but I don't remember any guns in the game, Dave. So wouldn't that be going away from the whole point of what they are trying to do? Plus, also, I would have preferred to spend an hour 35 playing the game as opposed to watching that tripe. Oh my god!
I think some of the enemies had pulse rifles at least, or something like a laser thing that came and got you, right? It wasn't all just like hand to hand. Anyway,
10 pins. The best was that fight where everyone's just sitting around watching as 1 or 2 come and attack, and everyone's like, "Yeah!" And then they'll come to the van, so I'll hold him. And where do we start, Nitin? Where do we start? First of all, why? I think we need an explanation on why. What was the reasoning on putting us through this?
to make me look better.
Well, because I hadn't seen it in ages, and I knew it was terrible. Because even as a kid, you're like, this movie's bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just wanted to subject you to psychic damage, really.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. No, I just needed a reason.
Well, joke's on you, Nitin, because I really liked it.
No joke's on you if you liked it.
Really? Like, did you like it because you thought it was? Did you like it because you thought it was good? Did you like it because it was so bad?
A bit of both.
You know, I'm with you, Dylan. It's terrible, but it's not. It's fun. It's a stupid kids karate movie.
It had, yeah, exactly. It had that like Power Rangers flavor to it.
Yeah.
But it was the best Power Rangers like thing I've ever seen. So
you should watch.
It's better than the Power Rangers movie. It's better than the latest Power Rangers movie.
You should watch Three Ninjas, Dylan.
Three Ninjas,
especially High Noon and Mega Mountain.
Did you say what's Three Ninjas?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
You need to be cultured.
See, Dungeons and Dragons is better than Three Ninjas.
That movie's garbage. No, thank you.
You know what? You know why Double Dragons is better than Three Ninjas?
Alyssa Milano.
Exactly, Dave.
You're lucky I had that in there, Nitin. Otherwise, I'll come to your house and beat you.
Yeah, that was worth my 90 minutes.
Once the lockdown's finished.
Look, I think the movie is good if you watch it with friends, drunk, so you can just rag on it throughout the whole movie.
Well, thanks for doing it in the middle of a lockdown, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you got to talk shit about it.
If I watched that as a kid, I would have loved it.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved it.
I will say old mate T1000's overacting was excellent.
Oh, how terrible is he?
His hair was sensational.
You're like, how did he ever get a job again?
I could not believe that was him. It's like, no.
And I was like, wait, I guess in Terminator, he doesn't really talk much.
Yes.
No.
But you're like, and that's why he didn't get many jobs until X-Files, maybe. Because he was so bad. So bad. Party 5 guy was terrible.
Everyone was bad.
Oh man, Scott Wolf, how he's so annoying. Like, I haven't been annoyed by him since
Party of 5.
Party of 5, and yeah, it's just I'm glad it's been that long because he's terrible.
It's not even just him and his acting; it's just even the character. You're like, why am I supposed to root for him? You know, what I mean? Like he's unlikable. Like he's a knob at that first tag team fight. You're like, you're a bit of a.
Oh, their special move, trying to do the special move. I think the show stealer essentially, besides Alyssa Milano, was now I want to make sure I pronounce this. Abobo.
A Bobo.
Oh
man, have you guys seen the sprite from the game?
Yes.
Yeah, I was sitting there trying to like, how did they arrive? Like they start with this sprite and then they ended there.
With his testicle neck.
Yes. And like, yeah, he's a pretty, looks like a large guy. Looks like he has a mustache or something, but no, he turns into like the Hulk with a mohawk.
Yes.
It's confused.
So good.
It really reminded me, the whole movie, it reminded me of Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
Yeah, I'll give you some there. Oh, what about the news? George Hamilton and Andy Dick?
Yes.
Yeah.
On channel 69.
Matter what?
On channel 69.
Good stuff.
Oh, it was so bad.
Well, when I was watching it, Dad said, I was like, they've just taken Escape from New York and the Warriors and merged them together and made them like as G-rated as they could.
Yeah. Yep.
Because all the gangs being like the Postman gang, like. It's like, what is this?
Oh, that postman jumping off the roof and they just like,
oh my god! Steve died laughing at that. Died laughing at that. I almost had to pause it.
When they're getting chased by like all the gangs, we'll just go into this like the boathouse. Like, what was your plan there? Like death? And then you get the motorbike, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's how they're going to.
Oh, the motorbike,
yeah. Nah.
The boat explodes after colliding with a street sign. It's like, where did that come from? What happened?
Because
delightful trash.
The earthquake.
Is it also weird that it started and ended with the two Asian henchmen?
Yes.
Like, it started with, like, oh, that's the guy in the kitchen from Dumb and Dumber that gets his heart ripped out in the dream. And then at the end, it's like, we'll hench for money. And I'm like, this is almost Doom Generation style ending. What the hell's going on there? Bloody hell.
I also like that that's where you go for that dude. Like, because he's been in a lot of henchmen. He's been a henchman in a lot of movies.
Yeah, I think Die Hard.
And that's where you go. I think Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it.
He's in like Big
I need to
Trouble in
watch
Little
that.
China in the alley fight.
Yeah.
Wait, Dylan said something.
He hasn't seen Big Trouble.
He needs to watch Big Trouble.
Three Ninjas and Big Trouble. Okay. Gonna make
on Dave's list.
Gonna make you a list.
What's Big Trouble on? Is it on anything?
I don't know.
That we can help?
I feel like I saw
come
it
back to that.
somewhere. Not sure.
Yeah, it's on somewhere, I'm sure, but actually. Or maybe it used to. It's a great movie, though.
Anything else anyone wants to comment around this one?
The guy plays Jimmy. He played Kung Lao in this Mortal Kombat web series. I think that was the first place I saw him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he was probably the best person in the goddamn thing besides this one.
Is that the red one?
Yeah.
Is that the red one?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
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 He's good actual martial arts training.
Yeah, he did. It is.
I think we need to talk about the suits they get at the end too.
What are you talking about? Nothing to talk about.
The one time I agree with Scott Wolf.
Good stuff.
Sequins.
Yes. Like, why sequins, right? Just give him red and blue geese, man.
Yeah.
You just gotta
It's
sparkle
not
it up.
magic enough.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's not magic enough.
But like,
All right,
Oh,
so
it's terrible.
how cool was their living at the cinema? That was some great sets. The Alyssa Milano people in her thing. Like, that's it. That total movie got a lot to explain to do. Making kids live in places with cool skateboard and stuff and arcade machines.
a Double Dragon arcade machine.
Oh,
Yeah.
that shot, man. It was so subtle.
It's a nice Easter
So
egg.
subtle.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case you didn't know. It's
Just in case. That was good
So I
traffic.
think this is the lowest. Oh, we do ratings first.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to read this.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
don't
I think it's the lowest IMDb one so far. It's got a 3.8
Yeah, I was going to give it a
on
4.
IMDb.
4 for me.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give it a 3.
I'll go 5.
Alyssa Milano puts it from 3 to 4 for me.
Oh, yeah, those cut off jean outfits. Yeah, okay, 3.5.
I'll say 3.
3.
All right, Dylan.
I'm going 6.
Yeah.
It's 6. I loved it. For the wrong reasons. The same reason I like Power Rangers, because it's trash and rubbish.
I didn't know it's trash, but I don't mind
Yes.
something that's trash that embraces its trashness.
Yeah, like
That
most of the
embraced
Resident
it
Evil ones.
Hard.
Well, it's a bit of a trash night for me. I watched that. There you go.
Now, I think Double Dragon came out after like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, and someone like we could make another video game movie and then
Oh, it's better than Street Fighter.
No, it came out before
Oh,
Mortal
no.
not
Kombat.
for sure.
Street Fighter's a cult classic. You take that back.
Street Fighter's
No, it's not, Dave. It's terrible.
No,
rubbish. I'd rather
Double Dragon
watch.
again. I hate
I'd
Street
rather watch
Fighter.
Double Dragon again over Street Fighter.
no.
Yeah,
Just because I said
100%.
Double Dragon knows it's trash. Street Fighter thinks it's not.
Oh, I look at it as a point of trash.
Of
But
course, everyone does. No one thinks it's not trash.
Because it's
But They're
trash.
not. They're not
it's my
self-aware
preferred
about
trash
their
to Double
trashness.
Dragon.
Now, Mortal Kombat was great. That was just cheap.
That was a good movie.
It could have been good.
Does it even have like killer lines? Street Fighter has killer lines as compared to Double Dragon.
Like what?
Example?
Like who wants to go home or who wants to come, and he stops and does this with me, or Zangief goes, "We're the bad guys." Like, come on, that's
Rubbish.
Movie's garbage, Dave. And we know you like
I'm
it
not
'cause it's Street
disputing it.
Fighter.
I'm not disputing that.
Kylie Minogue, enough said. Jean-Claude Van Damme, oh, please.
And he's played like the most
Portrayal of
American
Blanca.
character ever.
Yeah.
The only good
Can't
one's
even speak
Tyson.
English.
He's all right.
Chung-Li.
Thighs weren't thick enough.
Anyway.
All right.
All
what's
right.
The other movie you watched for me.
So who's
Next
next?
week.
New Mutants. So it wasn't a great night in Fommy's house last night. So it was okay, but like I thought I remember seeing the trailer, and it was actually one of the ones Dana went, "Oh, I'll watch that when it comes out." And it had a bit of a horror vibe to it, and it was okay. It had its redeeming qualities, certain characters. But yeah, if you're bored and it's on Disney and I do agree with Jay. We were talking about it a little bit earlier. It's probably still better than the last couple of X-Men outings, especially that Phoenix one and the Apocalypse one. I'd probably watch it again before I'd watch either of those two movies. But I won't be watching any of those two movies anytime soon anyway. So, yeah, it's been watched now, so it's in the memory banks and will quickly disappear into the ether. But my movie choice,
Yes.
I'm up next. Haven't seen this probably for 20 odd years, I reckon. It's streaming on Disney at the moment. The Rocketeer.
Oh, great choice.
Yeah, that's good.
Bringing it back up
To the point
after-
where I don't think I remember anything. I remember the premise of it, but yeah, I don't remember main scenes or anything. So yeah, it's going to be really going back. So yeah, Rocketeer for next week, boys.
Excellent.
Nice.
I'll get on that.
From the director of Captain America: The First Avenger.
Indeed. That's
Yeah.
why he got the Cap job. Because he was so good at pulling off the timepiece for action movie.
And it had Nazis in it.
Yes. Oh, and he was one of the main designers in Indiana Jones before that. So Nazis is his go-to. Meet some Nazis, get Joe Johnston.
Yes. I can't wait to watch that. Easy.
Yeah, Dylan.
Look at me.
Very nice.
Super dope.
So since we're in lockdown at the moment, I think we spoke about a few months ago that I purchased the Venom little Lego head.
Yes.
Oh,
We
yeah.
completed him last night
Oh, he's good.
with very bad underbite and all. But yeah, a little bit smaller than I expected it to be, but still really cool. Fun to build. It's only about 500 odd pieces, but yeah, really fun. And I definitely think Carnage might be getting purchased next.
Oh, for sure.
And I even saw something on Facebook where they sell LED lights for their Lego sets.
Oh yeah.
And there was one that went up and you could put it in the back of his mouth, so his mouth lit up. So that could be something cool down the track. But yeah, very cool little piece. So lockdown fun. Doing a Simpsons puzzle at the moment. So
Is that 1,000-piece one?
yeah.
I want that one.
Which one? Have you seen the one I'm talking?
Is it just the portrait mode one, where it's like the whole cast?
No. I've got that one as well.
Oh, you've done that one before. Yeah.
I've done that one already.
Yeah.
But this is the.
That's what I want to do.
They did a bunch of the limited editions back in the day, and it's the
Painting?
nice.
Sunday afternoon painting.
That's
So
cool.
it's the Sunday afternoon on the river near the plant. So something a little bit different. And
That'd be
pretty
good.
cool. So that'll get done in the next couple of weeks. What
Fair
else
enough.
is keeping people busy in lockdown? Anything
That's the same. I go to work every day.
besides pick and paint
Doing
paint
skirting.
tins, Dave, which you've been doing through half this bloody podcast?
Yeah.
Your hands have been doing some weird things on the bottom of this screen, buddy, just so you know. I think that's what
Hey.
Nitin and I have been laughing about for half this pod, dude.
What are you
Doing, Dave?
Pick and
Oh,
paint.
you're a weirdo, Dave. I love you.
You really are a strange character, Dave. That's why we love you.
I thought it's like, oh, what's the point of those like bubble fidgety things? It's like, oh wait, I think I know now. As I'm picking through the paint, it's like, oh dear.
Okay.
I'm just so glad we've kept you entertained throughout this time and you didn't have to revert to picking paint off a empty tin.
Picking off the floor as we speak.
I've been watching the Olympics for the first time ever because skateboarding is now an official event.
You see that 12-year-old do the 1080?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
That was
pretty,
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man.
that's sick. And Tony Hawk was there. And,
Yeah, gave him a hug or something.
But
Yeah, which is pretty
skateboarding
cool,
shouldn't
but,
be.
like, If he
It was
wasn't a
really
12-year-old,
weird.
I don't think he'd be able to pull that off. As
No, it's the weight is
Nah,
the part
yeah.
of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if Tony Hawk was like 12,
I'm
he
not
probably
saying
would have
it's-
done that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's not impressive. I'm just saying.
Oh, 100%.
as an act- Yeah.
Yeah, he won't be doing it
being
at
12
20.
helped. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like young kids and like go-kart riding. They're always faster because they're so light.
And the reflexes are like that.
Yeah.
And no fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan, I haven't watched one Skerica at the Olympics, and I forgot the skateboarding was in it. So, how are they doing? Is it half pipe? Is it trick events? Is it what's the actual? How do they judge? What are they
They've
judging?
got two events. They've got street and they've got park. So
Right, okay.
park is where you've got your vert and your transition, your bowls and that kind of stuff. The street is grinds over stair sets and handrails and stuff like that.
I thought it would have been more. Yeah, I thought they would have had a half pipe at least. Like,
well, that's kind of what the park is.
yeah.
You've got pools and some vert, but nothing too crazy from what I saw of the park.
You probably don't want to steal it from the X Games too much, I guess. So
it was really weird watching it with like serious British commentators talking about like heel flip to nollie, like it was weird. It was really weird.
Expecting like the ding from like Tony Hawk or something instead.
Because the commentators usually, like younger American rad sounding guys, but it's like older British serious dudes. It's really weird.
Odd choice for commentary on skateboarding.
It was fun to watch.
Yo, man, that was gnarly. Look at that.
Someone needs to do a mashup and have the Olympic skateboarding, but then have the Tony Hawk music in the background. Have like Jerry was a race car driver on Primus or something.
Because they just did the men's street today. I think the women's is tomorrow, and then they've got the park stuff coming up later. That's probably the only Olympic stuff that I'll be watching.
Yeah, I watched none of it.
It's not comic related, but I watched the 6 episodes of the McCartney 321 on Disney. And if you're a Beatles fan or a McCartney fan or just a music fan in general, where people play actual instruments and do actual proper music, then you will love this. And if you like myself, where my favorite style of like anything to do with music, if they're there and they're like, well, what we'll do is just take this dial down and we'll just listen to the bass and they're just playing with dials and just talking about the intricacies, it is the best. So I do love myself a classic album DVD or anything like that. So if you're also in that same boat, I highly recommend that series. Also, the fact of Rick Rubin just dressing like an absolute bum because he can, and he's just comfortable as all hell. But there's a few scenes where McCartney's sitting on a chair talking to him, and Rick Rubin's just there in shirt and shorts, no shoes, cross-legged, sitting like a kid at school, looking up at his teacher in wonderment. It's just so funny. Highly recommend McCartney 321, guys.
Yeah. Cool.
Anybody else been doing anything exciting?
No.
Can't really, can you?
No.
So I like it like that. I don't like leaving the house.
Yeah, amen.
I gotta go.
I like the availability to leave the house if I want to, though.
And then choose not to.
That's true. That's not even. I would like if I have to leave the house, I'm not going to get diseased. I'd like that.
Yeah, that's probably a good part.
Otherwise,
I
don't want to have to think I might die going to Woolworths. It is what it is.
Yes.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Cool. Done.
All right.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Tell a friend. They tell a friend.
Yeah. There's 12 of
Get
you.
them to do the same.
Call someone.
That's it. No, just 2 friends. Just tell 2 friends.
2 friends.
All.
What if we don't have 2
And
friends?
if you are in a lockdown, ring that friend and just make sure they're going okay, because it's a tough time for everyone at the moment. So make sure you're looking out for your mates and they're looking out for you.
And make them listen to this.
Have a watch party.
Yes. All right.
Bye, folks.